Lexington's newly elected city council member says her run-ins with the law led to her becoming a lawmaker. Georgia MacArthur joins us now with more on her journey to government. Georgia.
Imani, Tayna Fogle went from being in corrections to council. As a newly elected councilwoman, her journey was tough, being a convicted felon to now fighting against harsh drug sentences.
I just want them to believe in government again. I want government to see the people. I want the people to see the government.
A path from corrections to council.
Before I even dealt with corrections, I had a dream. And then because of my behavior, not because of the label that went with my misbehavior, which is ex-felon. That's just a label.
Tayna Fogle has had quite a journey.
I'm a walking, living testimony that things can change. And I want to give hope to those people who think that their life is over just because for some circumstance they have found themselves in a different situation.
As newly elected councilwoman for the 1st District in Lexington after being sworn in early Friday.
Just watching the devastation of women, the abuse, child abuse, the trauma that our community goes through. And I just know there's got to be more to it.
She's not ashamed of her past, a former addict who spent nearly a decade in prison and wants change, not only for herself, but the city she grew up in.
I tell the story about I lost so much time with my own children. So for those single mothers and those mothers who have been in prison, who think that they can never have another relationship with their children, I'm here to show them that they can.
Her struggles and run-ins with the law that led her to being a lawmaker.
And I knew I could give hope to people who have lost hope. And I'm not just talking about poor, marginalized people. I'm talking about people who live on 2nd Street at Gretz Park, or people who live in Blue Acres or Green Acres.
Her new room is 501 in the City Council building. Fogle says come right on down with the issues and concerns to help make Lexington a better place to live. Imani.